Yo, what is up, guys? Shinobi here, back again with another video for you guys. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with some Nikke here. I haven't touched, well, actually, I've been playing for a while. I just haven't made any videos on it, but because we got the Stellar Blade collab currently going on, Eve is currently in the game, and I've heard that she's pretty good, so you already know what time it is. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more. I'm also going to try and attempt to do all the Stellar Blade, obviously story for the game, so there's also that. But the main thing of today's video is going to be the summons. I am curious to see what skins they have. I'm debating if I should buy them or not. I'm gonna be real. They did give a free, I'm pretty sure they gave away a free skin recently, but they of course got the paid ones as well. Is this Scarlet or is it Black Shadow Scarlet? Okay, this is regular Scarlet. Okay, so, well, you already know. I already got Black Shadow Scarlet. That's my favorite character, so you already know I'm not bothering going after that. But we might as well just knock this out. Just to knock it out. Just to knock it out. I will say they are pretty creative with the skins that they do have in this game. They are pretty creative with them. So, let's just knock it out. Get what rewards we can here. But, I'm not too sure about if I want to do more Nikke content or not, because I usually only do it, as you guys probably know, whenever there are summons or there's a character I like, so we'll see. I mean, once again, I'm going to try and do the Stellar Blade collab. One of the best, not collabs they've done, but one of the best stories they've done was with, obviously, Cinderella. That was pretty good. And then, obviously, you had the Crown summons. That was pretty good. And then I also like the way that they did the summons, or not the summons, but the story for, if I'm correct, Black Shadow Scarlet, so not too bad. But yeah, no, Eve is in the game currently right now. That is one of the collab characters, and I think that's the only one for now, so let's go ahead and get it. Let's look at the skills first, though. She's an abnormal unit, obviously. And she's she's actually a, what do you call it? She's actually a Burst 3. She's actually a Burst 3 character. I thought she'd be a Burst 2, not gonna lie. And they already got 2 skins for her. Or 3. What the hell? They got 3 skins. Oh, you know what? It makes sense. It makes sense. Let's see. I'm not gonna lie, this might be the favorite. This might be the favorite one. How do you obtain this? Costume gacha? That might... Okay, so that's not even in the... That's not here yet, so I can't even get it. So this is gonna be a... She's got a paid skin, which makes sense. And we can pity her technically right now, but I want to see if we can just summon and try and get her. I want to see if we can summon and try and get her because I want to save other summons. Though, to be honest, I'm kind of tempted to just go all in. Let's go ahead and see what we get, though. Let's see who we get, though. Usually my luck is pretty alright when it comes to this game. I've actually been pulling a lot of Pilgrims recently. So, let's see what we got. Oh, there it is. There it is. First try? First try, please. Can we just do it? Please. Abnormal. GG's, baby. GG's. One and done. One and done, baby. Let's go. That's all I cared about. One and done's, baby. One and done's. Alright, I'm going to power this character up, actually. And then I'm going to go ahead and showcase what the character does afterwards. So, I'll be right back. Alright, and we are back. Let me shorten that down again. But this is basically as far as I can take her, at least at the moment, with the gear that I do have on her, which is a bunch of random gear at the moment. I'm gonna be real, I haven't powered any of this up yet. But this is what we just had on hand, so this is what we're using at the moment until we get better gear for her in the future. But as far as her skills, we do have her currently at 7, 7, and 7 across the board. So let's go ahead and look at the skills real quick before we jump right into this. So, as for skill 1 is an impact type exospine critical rate will go up by 51% continuously and activates when landing 44 critical hits and affects random enemy units. So, as you can see here, it says unstable energy, deals 207% of final attack as damage and then attacks subsequently 3 times. Not too bad. Not too bad. And also activates when unstable energy hits the target and affects the target if they belong to electric code, and damage taken during that time will be 8% for 10 seconds. Moving on to skill 2, it will be Eagle Eye type Exospine, which then will trigger the previous effects after it affects self. So this is a self effect here, and the attack will go by 43%. of the caster's attack continuously, and then max ammunition capacity will go up by 40, or not 41, but 21% there, and then activates when landing 10 or more normal attacks. Affects self if the target belongs to electric code, and reloads 3 rounds. So this character is really good against electric characters, if you couldn't tell already. Now moving on to the next thing that we got here, we got Counter Chain, which is her burst skill. It'll affect the random enemy, it will do 394% of final attack damage, at least at 7, and will of course attack sequentially for 6 times, and affects self, Exospine, MK2, function, enhanced Exospine, and it will last for 7 seconds. So as you can tell, Eve here is really good against electric type bosses specifically, or just electric type enemies specifically, but I want to try her out in some other content as well, just to see what we can get off. So for the time being, this is what we got once again, and I need to of course get better gear here. Overload gear is pretty rare to come by these days, so yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it, and we will, what the hell, okay, well, I was about to say we're gonna change this formation real quick. Let me change this formation real quick. But yeah, this is kind of the team that we're running here. And honestly, I'm gonna switch out her, because we're not using a lot of machine gun users here. I'm gonna switch her out for Dorothy.
I will join you, your grace.
And then we're gonna put Eve here instead for our next character. But hey, not too bad if I do say so myself, and I'm glad I got him in one try, because I was scared that I was gonna have to go deep. But luckily we don't have to do that. And I'm debating if I should just max out the character completely, but we'll see.
Ready to fight anytime.
We will see. But yeah, now let's go ahead and get here. Main thing obviously is we want to get the skill 1 off, then skill 2, then obviously skill 3. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. My main thing is I want to see how much damage she can do to this boss when we get her burst off, so I'm going to make sure to take it off on auto as well, because that's the main thing that I'm concerned about here. Because obviously my Cinderella and my Scarlet are going to outdamage her because they're more invested and they have overload gear, but I'm just curious to see what we got going on here. And I'm also going to test her out in the shooting range, because I want to see what she can do at max, obviously. We're gonna well, actually, let's just let the animation go through. So I'm gonna take off the auto, and we're just gonna have this go. And she is an assault rifle user for anybody who is wondering here. So we're gonna go ahead and get Dorothy off here. Crown. And then we're just gonna go ahead and use Eve up next. That looks good. I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty good. Start against that, and go straight back into it. And honestly, we should easily be able to do this. Not gonna lie. But yeah, no, so far so good. This should be pretty easy to do at this point from here on out, because Cinderella's gonna just basically one-shot. Well, not one-shot, but you guys see the damage. You guys see the damage. There's not going to be much left after this. I do like that she's an assault rifle user though, because it makes it really easy to use characters that we got here. We're just knocking these things out of the sky right now. Aside from a couple of them. Use Eve again. Let's see how much burst damage we're doing there. I mean, that's probably a pretty... I mean, considering Modernia is moving around a bunch, that was probably not the best burst of all time, but either way, the job got finished. Either way, job finished. Curious to see what the damage we're looking at, because actually we used Eve's burst twice compared to Cinderella's once, and we didn't even use Scarlet's. Alright, so let's take a look at it. This is of course with what I had on her. So of course with no overload gear, 777 across the board, that was easy, and obviously, you know, we're not completely maxed on level 200 as well, so 11k isn't too bad compared to my invested characters. What, 12k on Dorothy, 26 on Cinderella, and actually she tied with my Black Shadow Scarlet almost. She almost tied with it without using burst, obviously. So not too bad, not too bad. I'd say that's not all for an uninvested Eve. I'd say that's pretty good, and not to mention, Eve once again is really good against electric units. This was weak to obviously wind, so not too bad there. Let's actually do this.
All clear.
And then do this.
Did you see?
Claim
Your
all this
king has
gear.
won another victory.
And then obviously, moving on to the next test. Obviously, you already know how it'd be. We're just gonna move over to the simulation and get that done. But yeah, no, how's everybody feeling about Eve for anybody who does have her at the moment? Because I'm feeling pretty good about the character, and as I get more and better gear, I will be investing to the character more, because, you know, she's really good against electric type bosses, which we don't have a lot of characters in the game specifically just made for that, so. Let's go ahead and just knock all this out. And then we're going to switch some stuff around.
How would you like me to defeat Close? Chuck one
So
up
for this, okay, so first one, we want to go ahead. First one, let's actually do you.
Let's go and find everyone.
And then we're gonna go ahead and do burst 2
I will
here.
answer my subjects' calls.
And then after that, so let's do our 3 burst 3s. So let's do Rappy.
Roger. Joining the mission.
Actually, yeah, no, Rappy's machine gun, so that works. Do Rappy, you, and Eve.
I'm ready to fight. I'm always ready.
Oh shit, I did not mean to do auto. I did not mean to do auto, damn it. I hate it when I do that. Hold on. I hate it when I do that. I accidentally pushed auto there. Where's Eve at? Where's Eve at? Because honestly, I'm just gonna leave it at this point. Because I was trying to do something completely different here. And I decided to just do auto. Am I blind? Where's Eve at? Oh, here we go. I have too many characters, I'm not gonna lie. I have way too many characters. We'll take you out for crown, obviously. Taking you out for
I will answer
crown.
my subjects' calls.
Alright, not too bad. We'll just work with this. We'll just work with this.
But I'll be the victor though.
We'll just work with this. I'm not gonna lie, the hardest part about me breaking the 200 wall is the fact that I need to get Harion twice or 3 times, because for whatever dumb reason, when I first started playing this game, I decided to put her in my
I shall go again. No need for
my
hurry.
box that basically locks everybody to the level that she's at.
Shall drag on.
So now I gotta wait until I max her out, which is whatever. I mean, we're not doing too bad regardless. We're able to clear majority of the content, so it's not the worst thing. But it just sucks that I'm not able to show the characters at a higher level because of that. And we're clearing the hell out of this though, so I mean, it doesn't matter here. We're whooping that ass for real.
It seems this battle shall drag on. Everything's prepared under the light of the kingdom.
Yeah, we didn't even have to use Cinderella's ult there. We didn't even have to use Cinderella's ult. Alright, what damage are we looking at there?
Had I donned my usual garb.
So 5k damage there, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Or 5 mil. I don't know why I keep saying 5k, it's 5 mil. Alright, not too bad. Now we gotta, of course, do one more test, which is, of course, the, you know, shooting range, because we gotta test her out at full power. Gotta test her out at full power. Now we're gonna do 2 shooting ranges here. We're gonna do one shooting range where she doesn't have advantage, and we're gonna do another shooting range where she does have advantage, just so we can see the difference. Because obviously this character is based on, you know, just fighting electric type bosses or characters in general. So, let's go here to iron, because she's not gonna have an advantage here. It's basically neutral. And then we're just gonna swap some stuff around here. And then we're gonna put you.
I'm ready to fight anytime.
Because you're gonna be the one we're testing with. And then we're gonna put
Let's
you.
go and find everyone.
And I mean, it doesn't matter what other burst 3 you
want to
put here.
change my attire.
So yeah, no, let's go ahead and just test this out and see how it goes. Just yeah, we'll do 3 minutes. We'll do 3 minutes. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna let you guys. I'm not gonna have you guys sitting through all this. No, actually, I'll let you guys sit through this because I want you guys to see the damage per burst. Because obviously, this doesn't have overload gear, but it does have a 10-10 spread across all of her skills, and it does at least have 5, 5, and 5 for all of her gear, even though it's
I
not
shall wrap
overloaded.
this up quickly before midnight.
The ammunition capacity is definitely going to be a must for a character like this, though. You want her to be shooting a lot.
Under the light of the kingdom.
Alright, and that's going to be burst number 1. That is burst number 1. And with burst number 1 out of the way, we got 14 mil on a 10-10-10 spread across Eve, and the buffs that she is getting is critical rate up 60%, increased ammunition capacity by 25, attack, damage, and also some more attack. So not too bad. I mean, the buffs that we're getting from this team alone is not too shabby. It's not too shabby. But honestly, I'm just gonna let this run at this point because we know she got that much off of that. So I'm just gonna let this run, and then we'll go from there, and then I'll show you guys what the actual damage is looking like. Alright, and we are back here. These are damage numbers. Let me see here. 190k, and was that 98? Yeah, 98. No buffs though. Oh no, it wouldn't show the buffs. Yeah, I got it. Could be in my bag again.
Same spot, right?
Yeah, same spot.
Because I put it back.
Yeah, same spot.
Is it cool if I just like place it there?
Yeah, no, go ahead. Right. No, go ahead. Yep. I mean, damage-wise, the character's not too bad, though. Not too bad. I mean, no overload gear, though. That's the only thing that's really holding the character back, and even then, I think that's... No, they're already maxed out, so I think that should do it. But, yeah, no, not bad. Not bad at all, if I say so myself. Not gonna lie. Let me see. Yeah, no, it is maxed out. No overload gear, so with overload gear, probably hitting 30k power. Yeah, 30k power, and then on top of that, if you add the memory cube on top of that, I think that's 30k power easy. But I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, because mine doesn't have the proper gear on it anyway. Mine doesn't have the proper gear on it anyway. But yeah, no, that's pretty much gonna be it. We did get the character in one pull though, so hey, that's a W in itself. So I ain't got nothing to complain about there. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it.